you see that audit has its own genre, right? It has its own speciality to study that particular subject. Okay, right? So I'm so excited to, share the entire knowledge of the audit which I have with all of you, and certainly develop your interest and liking, and obviously the wonderful marks in the subject of audit. Okay, right. So let's begin. For our class, we will be using the edition 2 of the book, which is like the latest, the new arrival over there. Right. So now in this edition 2, the book has been divided under the module 1 and the module 2. Right. So you have 2 modules over there, and in addition to that, there is also an MCQ compiler, right, which was like highly awaited, and now finally it has been launched. Right. So we have the module 1, the module 2, and the MCQ compiler. Right. In the module 1 in our book, we have chapter number 0 to 11. Right. So chapter number 0, isn't that something interesting? Right. And then obviously after that, chapter number 1 to 11. And then in the module 2, we have chapter number 12 to 19. And in the MCQ book, straight away, we have chapter number 1 to 19. Okay, right. So now if we try to look at the chapters, what names are there of these chapters. By that reason, we'll also come to know the syllabus of auditing. And so we'll happen to know the chapters also, and also obviously the content of the book, and also the syllabus. Okay, so chapter 0 has been introduced, I put it additionally voluntarily on my own, right, wherein the chapter is called as the introduction and the quick recap. Right, so introduction and the quick recap of all the important terminology of audit, which probably you would have developed a preliminary understanding at the intermediate level, but now we need to become more familiar, strong, revise those concepts over there, right? And also the list of these standards have been given in this particular chapter at one place, right? So that's a very small introductory chapter over there, introduction and the quick recap. Right, then I'm very sure that all of you are aware, right? Just like in accounts, you have the accounting standards. In audit, we have something called as the accounting standards in accounts. So in audit, we have something called as SA, the reverse of that, right? So this is the accounting standards, right? The generally accepted accounting principles, which are to be followed by the management in the preparation of financial statements. And then the auditor, when he is doing the audit, he needs to follow the standards on auditing, right? The standards on auditing, right? What we call as the SA, the standards on auditing. But standards is one subset of the total standards that we need to study. As such, if you have a look at it, the standards that we have for audit or relating to the CA work, it is more called as the engagement and quality control standards, right? So we have something called as the EQCS. What does EQCS stand for? The engagement and the quality control standards. Okay. Now, as a chartered accountant, as a CA in practice, what are the types of engagements that you could be performing? It says as a CA, one, you could be doing your main bread and butter audit. Right? Then apart from audit, sometimes you could be appointed to do a review of the financial information. Right? So audit of financial information or review of financial information. What is common about audit and review is that both are post-mortem activities. Both are performed for the historical financial information, right? Post-mortem. Right? So say if I'm talking about the year 31st March 2030, right? So say on 20th of April 2030, when you're doing the audit, issuing the audit report on these financial statements, then that is the audit or the review. Right? So audit review for the historical financial information. Then apart from audit review, what are the other engagements which can be performed by a CA? It says other assurance engagement other than audit review. And other assurance engagement other than audit review, right? You might be knowing that in an audit, we obtain a reasonable assurance, right? Which is a high level of assurance, but not an absolute assurance, right? Whereas in a review, the assurance obtained by the practitioner, by the CA is called as the limited assurance, right? So just giving you a rough idea over there, right? So this is reasonable assurance. This is the limited assurance, right? Now, if it is an assurance engagement, other than audit or review, then it is called as the other assurance engagement.